Hello everyone, myself Harmeet Saini, Registered Migration Agency ECA. In today's webinar, uh, I am going to discuss how to submit a well-structured student visa application. So in this session, we will discuss how to learn how to lodge a strong decision-ready student visa application. We will understand the eligibility criteria, required documentations, and genuine student requirements. We get the clarity on financial requirements, health insurances, and English test, and how to avoid the most common mistakes that leads to visa refusals and AAT appeals. So first of all, let's take the uh, beneficial or advantages of a student visa. So the student visa generally allows you to study full time in an approved Australian CRICOS registered course. You can stay in Australia for the duration of your course up to 5 years. So you can extend your visa as well on the later stage. You can work 48 hours per fortnight once your course begin. So this work right varies according to the circumstances. For example, when your course, uh, mm, you are on break during the during the summer break or any other break period during the course duration. So during that time, you can work full time, or after the course completion, even if your student visa is still valid for another couple of months, you still can work full time. Otherwise, during your course, you can work, you are allowed to work 48 hours per fortnight while your course is in progress. So you can include your spouse, you can dependent children on your visa application. One more thing about the work rights. So if you are enrolled for master by research or any PhD level of programs, you still have the full working right. And if you enrolled master level course or onwards, then your spouse have the full working right on student visa. So another benefit is it's a multiple entry visa. You can freely travel to and from Australia while your visa is valid. And most important thing is student visa uh, is is a visa for the students who want genuine study to enter Australia, not just to enter Australia temporarily. The main sector you can study while on student visa, the first of all is the English course. You can study English course while in Australia. The course can be 6-month course or can be a 1-year course. School enrollment, you can, as per your age, you can enroll in the primary or secondary school education. If you completed your secondary education, then you can enroll for wet sector or higher education sector. Wet sector in terms of certificate 2, 3, 4 and diploma level. And higher education sector, like you can go for bachelor degree, graduate diplomas and master degrees. And also you can move forward for master by research or PhD degrees. This master by research is sometimes called MPhil degree in some countries. So in Australia, this qualification is known by masters by research. So you can enroll in such courses as well. Apart from this, you can also do foundation on bridging course before starting your major bachelor or master level courses as well. So when you're lodging your student visa, the main requirements are, first of all, you must have enrollment confirmation offer letter from the institution. That must be a CRICOS register. The confirmation enrollment, which is called COE in Australia. And you also meet the English requirements. It depends upon institution to institution and country of passport. So some courses you have to meet some sort of English level. So you meet this requirement first before enrollment. Financial stability. So you have the financial ability to pay for your tuition, living and travel cost, although it is not mandatory for all uh, applicants. It also depends upon country of passports and level of your institution. Health insurance, which is called overseas student health insurance, it is mandatory and it must be valid for all your stay while you are on student visa. Genuine student statement. So you must write a genuine student statement with your visa application, which explains why you want to study in Australia. And next obligation is health and character check to show you meet the Australian standards. So these are the basic requirements while once you're going to lodge your student visa application. So out of these, the most important thing is genuine student criteria, which is called GS criteria. Before July 2024, this criteria was known as GTE requirements, GT criteria, genuine temporary entrant criteria, but after July 2024, it was replaced as GS criteria, genuine student criteria. This focus on whether you are serious about your studies and whether your course makes sense for your career. So while assessing the GS criteria, the case officer, they assess your visa application on the basic that why you choose Australia and this particular course to come to Australia and study, and how this course help your future plans, and your study history, job experience, whether it is matched with your course, your ties with your home country in terms of family, work, or community ties, and also how likely you have complied with your previous visa conditions. So there's all these requirements have to be assessed according to the genuine student criteria. So while writing a genuine student criteria, you must take care of some key concept. Like, for example, you should not copy the sample from the internet. Just make your statement by your own and mention your study and work background, whatever you study, whatever your circumstances in your home country. So what is a family background? They're doing business or parents doing job, and how described about your financial stability, and especially the why this course, why Australia is important for you, and why you're coming here to study, and particularly why you choose that particular institute for your study. So connect your study to your future career plans. So for example, when you complete your qualification, so what you're going to do after that, you're going to, what sort of job you're looking for, where you want to be in future after doing that course, or if you're going to do some sort of business or something after doing that course, particular course. So you must explain something about the plan and your resources, how you will comply with those plans, especially for it if you specify that you're going to start a business, and your plans while when you return home, and how you will contribute to your community when you return home after doing that course in Australia. I give you one example. For example, if you completed a Bachelor of Commerce from your home country and worked as an accountant for 1 year or 2 years, and now you want to gain some global experience by studying a Master of Professional Accounting in Australia, so which will help you to qualify for senior financial role when you return to your home country. So it is very well structured and reliable statement, and make sense for your GS criteria when case officer assess your application. Now come to the financial requirements. So when assess your financial, as I described before, it depends upon your passport and level of your institute. But if you need to describe how much financial you have, so it depends upon a couple of factors. For example, tuition fee. 1 year of tuition fee you have to count, plus living cost that is set as 2,907 and 10 from the Department of Home Affairs. If you have a spouse with you, then her cost also included at 10,394. And if you have one dependent child, then 4,449 for one child. Plus travel cost 2 to 3,000, depends upon the distance of your country. So I give you an example. For example, you're studying some trade course and its annual fee is 10,000, or your course is of 1 year and its fee is 10,000. So you have to include that 10,000 plus living cost plus your travel cost, which cost you approximately 42,000. You have to demonstrate that this amount is available to you before lodging a student visa application. If you have a spouse, you can add another 10,394. So 53,000 approximately you have to show in your or your parents' account. So you can use your family members, yourself, or your partner to show these financials. So you can show bank statements, could be from 3 to 6 months at least, education loan approval if you have any, sponsor if is a parent, so parents income proof, their salary slip, tax returns, and fixed deposits in the institution bank, in the banks or any other institution, like some people have fixed deposit in post offices as well, and any other official loan censored documents. So all these documents you have to provide with your student visa application. English language requirement, it is just a basic. It depends whatever you're looking on the screen. It's not the exact one. So English requirement depends upon the course to course. If you're going to for example, some courses, like if you're going for Bachelor of Nursing, Diploma of Nursing, or any social service courses, so they require at least 7 each of IELTS band to get enrolled. Otherwise, most of the another diploma level or bachelor level courses, they require at least 6 overall band or not less than 5.5. If you enrolled at least 10 week of LE course before the start of your main program, then IELTS requirement is 5.5 or equivalent. But if you enroll for 20 week of LE course, then IELTS requirement is 5 overall or equivalent. And some student who have the passport from country like UK, USA, New Zealand, Ireland, or Canada, or any government sponsored program, so they are exempt. They are also exempt from the English language requirements. Next important document is overseas student health cover. So I would like to point out that some people have overseas visitor health cover. Some people are in Australia already and they're going to transit the visa from another temporary visa to student visa, and they already got some sort of overseas visitor health cover, but that is not sufficient for student visa. So only overseas student health cover, which is called OSHC, is applicable for student visa applications, and it must purchase before the visa lodgement for the full duration of your course. So as long as your course going to be in progress, and you can check your COE, the end date of your course, so you can purchase your health insurance accordingly. So it must valid for all the duration of the course, and it must cover hospital and medical treatment, emergency ambulance treatment, prescription medications, and it must match your course duration, of course. And the major provider of health insurance in Australia are Bupa, Medibank, Allianz, AHM, and NIB. And don't forget to attach this certificate with your visa application. Now, other key requirement is to choose the right course provider. So your course provider should align with your previous studies or work experience, and avoid switching courses frequently. So it may look suspicious and you may face visa refusal if you switch on courses from one to another so quickly. And always choose reputable course register provider, And courses in regional areas often come with faster processing and migration benefits. You get extra point if you study and lives in regional area of Australia while you study. And always check that your provider has good compliance and student support. So visa priority usually takes place according to the level of your course and location of your course. For example, type of course, if you enrolled in a school or higher education sector or research or PhD programs, so these application got more priorities and processed very quickly. Uh, Otherwise, universities and regional institutes are often get prioritized. And next thing is a complete application. If you submit your application with complete documentation, as I discussed, so it it benefit you to have the to limit the processing time to visa application processed quickly. So missing documents usually cause delay. So major tips are: your application must be decision ready, and your institute must be a reliable CRICOS registered institute, and all your documentation, the mandatory ones, especially like COE, financials, overseas health insurance, and GS statement must be attached with the application. And another important thing, just avoid unnecessary deferral or course changes. Some student defer the course so that they think they will complete this course in a longer duration. It will benefit you to stay in Australia for a longer period, but it may cause trouble for you in future. So Australian government usually use SSF method, which is called Simplified Student Visa Framework, uh, while assessing the student visa applications. So these frameworks works on level of the country and level of the institution. So how much documentation you have to provide with your visa application, it depends upon SFVF framework. So if you are from the low risk applicant, so you need to provide fewer documents while lodging the application. But if you are from the high risk uh, institution and high risk country, so you provide more documentation in terms of finance and English requirements. So you can use the document checklist tools on the Department of Home Affairs website to verify that what sort of documentation is required while you lodge your student visa application. So if you really need to change the course, there are some key rules. You can't change your course directly. You have to stay at least 6 months. You have to complete those 6 months on your main course for which you came to Australia before transferring to the another institute or transferring to the another course. If you want to change earlier, then you must have to obtain a release letter from your current institute. Your visa remain valid, but you must keep the COE active all the time. So always check your course provider transfer policies when you're going to change the course, or always talk to your education agent. So whenever you're going to change a course before 6 months, even after 6 months, uh, if you want to change it, so always talk to your course provider or your education agent. So what is the most beneficial pathway for you, and it should not have make any trouble in future regarding your visa cancellations, because you must have you must maintain a visa condition like 8202, which must imposed on your student visa application, that you can't change. You have to enroll in the course all the time while you're studying in Australia. So most of visa refusal we saw in the recent years on this visa condition. If your COE cancelled for a while, even for a month, 2 months, 3 months, so then definitely department trigger a alarm to the department, and they give you the notice of intention to cancel your visa, and they if you can't explain them your situation and why you can't enroll for that particular time, if they're not satisfied, they cancel your student visa as well. So always take care of these things. The common reason, one I recently discussed, another common reason, if you have weak or copied genuine student statement, you have not mentioned your uh, a real background, your real financial situation, your home condition, your ties to your home country, or if you have a gap or unclear study history, your financial documents not match, because sometime department verify your financial what you submitted with your visa application with your bank, and if they mismatch, they refuse your visa application, or even if sponsor record does not match, whoever going to sponsor your study, your English score is less, or your English test is expired. If it is required with your visa application, so your English test must be of within last 2 years to apply for the student visa application. If you have not attached your overseas student health cover, or your COE is incorrect or cancelled while case officer assessing your visa application. Another reason, frequent course change, or you are not meeting the attendance criteria or the course maintaining criteria, you are not clearing the subjects on time, and not meeting the attendance requirement of your institute. So all these factors contribute to the visa refusal. That's why most of the visa application refused because of this reason, and they refuse on the basis of genuine student uh, criteria not satisfied. That's what they written in their visa refusal letter. Let's take a case study. For example, when you submit a GS statement with your visa application, I give you one example. Suppose you written that I want to study in Australia, because there is a particular question: why you coming to Australia? Why you coming to study Australia, or a particular institute? And you stating that I want to study in Australia because it is a good country and like the culture of Australia. So in this statement, there is no career link, no explanation, no financial clarity. So uh, it may cause the refusal of your visa application. But on the other hand, if you write something, it is just example I am giving you, like I have completed a diploma of IT and worked in IT sport for 2 years, and now I'm applying for a Bachelor of Cybersecurity in Sydney or Melbourne to gain some global experience and enhancing my skill in IT industry. And my aim is to become a certified network analyst in future when I go back to my home country. So it is well structured, well specific, logical, and realistic GS statement. So that's how you have to write. You don't need to copy the sample or anything from the internet. Just write as you are. Be specific. So at the end, let's discuss the main concept what we done in this webinar. So the main requirement for your student visa application when you launch the application, so you have to keep in mind the key factors. Like first step is receive your offer letter to the from the institute and get the confirmation of enrollment, COE. After getting that confirmation, gather your required documents like financial evidence, English, ID documents. So gather all those documents, purchase overseas student health cover for your entire study period, write a structured genuine student statement, and lodge your application through email account with all those documentations. And then do the health check and biometrics if required, and then wait for your application and get your visa done, and then you can fly to Australia. So this is all about the visa process. We can go ahead and have to take care all the requirements while we're lodging a student visa application. If you have any question or you want to clarify for the enrollment process, you want to change your course, you want to go ahead with the different study, your visa expiring and you want to extend the visa, so any query you have, you can contact our nearest CECA office, or you can contact me on 0451369851. So our numbers are displayed on the screen. So that's all for today. So thank you very much. Thanks for your time, and just keep contact if you have any query. Thank you very much.